Well, there's a place I've come to know well, led by a man named Sty. He's full of stories, he is quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy. If you're feeling lonely, come and make a friend. If you need a story, on Sty you can depend. His voice is soothing like a lullaby. Sometimes he brings a tear to my eye. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy.
Well, hello, folks. Hey, welcome to Around the Campfire. It's that time of the week. Yes, sirree. I'm going to shout out the folks that are out in the chat right away. I want to get that out of the way. Hey, Justin Anderson, first one to pop in. Great to see you, Justin. And there's Me Dibble. Me Dibble says, "Hi, Sty. I hope you're feeling well. I just popped in to say I think he said hi, saying hi, but can't make it to the campfire tonight." Well, thanks for stopping and saying hi. If I don't see Me Dibble up there, I start to wonder. Yeah. So, and there's Travis Tales of the Campground Host. Guess what? He's down in the basement. We're going to pull him up here and chat with him in just a minute. Around the campfire, Travis just can't help himself, Campfire? Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah. And then we got David Jones. Great to see him. Yes. Hello, sir. Hello back. There's Ben Kroll. Awesome. Anthony Bressler. Yes. Great to see you. There's Robert Rockwell saying hello, everyone. Hello, and there's Freeman James. Great to see you, brother. Great to see you. That's it. That's the folks out in the chat right now at the moment. I'm going to pull these guys out of the basement real quick. We'll just get chatting. I'll give you a quick update on my condition and what's going on. That won't take but a few minutes this evening. Not even a few minutes. So I'm going to get these guys up here. Then I'll update y'all. But here we go. First one in the house tonight was this guy, Running Water.
Evening, y'all.
Evening, you all. Y'all. He's got himself a pretty aggressive load schedule this weekend, so he ain't going to be up here too terribly long tonight, but he said he might be able to hold out for about an hour, so that'd be pretty awesome. That'd be pretty cool. So
yeah, I need to get a little bit of sleep.
Especially when you're going to be pounding down the blacktop all night.
Right.
Yeah, he's got to pull out at about 1 a.m. So yeah, he's got to get a little bit of sleep in. And we got, speaking of the devil, Travis.
What? Where? I don't have horns.
Yeah, well hidden. See, he shaves his head so that
again.
I can prove it. See, no horns.
Are they showing again? Do I need to shave or something?
We're not supposed to judge a book by its cover,
Well,
I wonder who the devil's under that cover. Yep. It's great to have you up here tonight there, Travis.
Nice to see you. I didn't get to talk to you this last Sunday. I was busy.
Yeah. Oh,
There,
well.
clear off the head.
There you go. Yeah. And then we got this guy. He's my favorite curmudgeon. I mean, yeah, he calls me one. But yeah, he's my favorite curmudgeon.
Oh, take him forward.
That's it. That's why I know you're a good curmudgeon, because it takes one to know one. He's well practiced.
Learn from the best.
That's it. Every time he mentions his wife, I think, boy, oh boy, I'm surprised he don't wake up with a butcher knife in his back. I mean, that if you had to live with him 24/7, oh my Lord. I mean, she's a brave woman. I tell you what.
That's why she's down in the city for another week.
That's why running water and I talked about it. We're thinking maybe we'll make your moderator's paycheck out to her. to keep you around a little longer. And we'll put a little note in there say, "Hun, I am only doing this for you." She'll
See, I need my mod check so I can make you some camp meals.
There you go.
I'm broke, so I need my. She cut me off.
So that's why you're 6 inches shorter than you were last time I seen you. Hey, good to see you, Joe W. Light. Hey, Joey. Yep. Yeah, heck, guys. I'm going to give a real quick rundown on my condition so that people know what's going on. This week has been a really good week. I had to go to the infusion center twice just to be infused with iron, and those are long, man. I mean, I can't believe how long those appointments are. It takes about 2 hours to be infused with that big old bag of iron they give you. They said, "Can you imagine the pills you'd have to take, the iron pills, to make up for what's in that bag?" I go, "No, I'm cool with this," because damn iron pills are horse pills to start with, and the equivalent in pills would be a big ass bottle full of them damn things I'd have to take. No, they can infuse me with them. So that's all I had this week were those 2 infusion sessions, right? And I've been eating like a pig for the last 7 days. The last time I was weighed was last Friday. I was 150 pounds. I was almost 159 and a half pounds this morning. So I gained 9 pounds. And my whole system was empty when I weighed myself. I wanted a true weight. And that's good news. That is good news. I've got 3 days left to try to put on a couple more pounds if I can. 2-3 more pounds. So I've been eating like a pig already today. I can't wait till after this stream to feed my face again. I went and bought a small cheesecake, multi-flavored cheesecake today, and I've already eaten 2 pieces of it. And I bought that thing at 10 o'clock this morning, had my first piece at 1 o'clock. My second piece I had at like 20 after 1. So yeah, I just keep shoveling it in now that I can swallow. But the reason I'm doing that and really pushing it is starting Monday, I start my chemotherapy and my radiation therapy. And I get chemo every Monday, and it's I get 2 chemicals, and I still have 2 more iron infusions to go through. And one will be this Monday, the other one on Thursday next week, and then I'm done with the iron. But I also get radiation therapy 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, starting Monday. So every single day of the week except Saturday and Sunday, I will be in the cancer center. So it's hard to say how it's going to affect me. They do say be prepared because you may lose your appetite, you might feel nauseous, weak, blah, 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 all the symptoms that go with it. It's very possible and closer to probable that I could lose a little bit of weight. Well, I can't afford to lose any weight, but I can lose 10 pounds now and still be 150. So on a day I feel good, I can eat like I've been eating lately. I'll just plow on,
Well, if you find yourself running low on weight, I've got a few pounds I can give you.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
I want, it'll be a sacrifice, but I'm willing to do it.
Well, but the thing is will the cancer center be willing for me to cash in your pounds instead of mine? Here's the weight I'll lose this week. Well, that isn't yours. Well, no, a dear friend of mine loaned it to me. He's helping me out.
I would rather I lose the excess pounds because I've got them to spare.
Yeah. I remember those days where
I got my winter springtime fat to get rid of. It needs to hurry up and get nice so I can go camping.
Yeah,
That's what I call mine too. It's winter fat.
Yep.
And then I just hold on to it till next winter. That's
right.
I know I'll need it again.
You're going to need it then. Yeah. I'm going to need this next winter, so I'll just keep it on. That's it. So starting next Monday, I am still shooting for doing Thursday and Sunday nights every week. They said Thursdays could be a little bit touchy, especially towards the end of my treatment about a month from now. They said that you'll start feeling ill most of the week. They said, however, Sundays will always be my best day of the week. And I'm yes. So Sty Story Sundays, that's a given. You guys, I promise you, will always have Sty Story Sunday. And the only downfall is, and we're going to take advantage of it, have some good live streams, have some fun. Once the treatments end, I'll have 2 weeks to a month that I'll be going in for certain tests and things like that, but nothing, no infusions, nothing. It's to let my body recover for 2 to 4 weeks. Once my body has recovered from the treatment, they ship me to Rochester, Minnesota, and they do that major surgery on me. I will be totally off of YouTube for at least 2 weeks. A minimum of 2 weeks. In fact, it'll probably be closer to 3 weeks, maybe even a month, because they've made it clear to me today that, just so I'm aware, that I will most likely not even be discharged from the hospital for 2 weeks. That the surgery involved just they said they won't even have you up and walking for 4 to 5 days. And they said at that point, it's going to take another 4 or 5 days where you're stable enough to not have somebody with you while you're walking. I said, okay, whatever it takes, And then I got to get used to eating through a feeding tube for 2 months. I'll have to deal with that for 2 months. But so I'm just planning on anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks that there won't be any activity on the channel. Don't worry about
for you. We'll fill in for you. You just give us your passing word, and we'll cover it for you. No problem. Special guest stars.
Okay, I'm going to make sure to tell. I'm going to make sure to tell the surgeon while you're in there, if there's any thoughts in there that have to do with allowing you guys to do that, remove that too. Ain't happening.
You're not going to let us guest host?
Come on, man.
We'll behave.
Yeah, sure we will. Yeah.
I'm not even. There's no way in hell I'm even giving you access to the channel.
We'll make our own Sty channel then. But screw you.
Yeah. It'll kind of be like our teenage years when the parents went out for the night and we're left at home alone.
Sty Shack.
That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that I'd get home, find out the Sty Shack was burnt to the ground. You know,
just don't leave Phil in charge. It'll be fine.
Don't leave Phil in charge.
Yeah.
Oh, we were at my appointment today. The damn television didn't work. And I'm messing on the cell phone, watching some YouTube stuff. And I got to one of the nurses, Gina. Oh, she's a sweet gal. She takes good care of me in there. She goes, "What you looking at on the cell phone?" And I said, "Check this out." And I had Samantha's, my theme song that I start the streams off with. And I played that theme song for her. She was just thrilled about that shit. Oh, all the girls are going to want to hear that, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, Jesus, next week it's going to be a bitch. I'm going to have all these people coming in. Hey, can I hear that song? Yeah, geez. Okay.
Just got to print out a QR code and keep it on the back of your phone and use it to say scan.
But, yeah,
my get the QR code tattooed to his butt.
Hey. In fact, behave yourself, boys, because my nurse, the one that I usually get, there's two that seem to always be the ones that do my infusions. It's Jenny and Gina, and Gina is going to try to watch the stream tonight. So behave yourselves, guys. You know, she's a nice young gal. In fact, she's the niece of my tattoo artist.
That's cool.
You
that was
a discount on that QR code then.
Hey, stop it.
He's going to put you back in the basement, Cheesehead.
Oh,
well, I'm surprised.
I'd have to put you down there with him, Travis, because I can't trust him down there alone. No, I'd be putting you down there with him to supervise.
Do I get a whip and a chair?
You know, I would count on you to make sure that my basement doesn't catch on fire or something, you know. I can see him frying up some Spam and melting 5 pounds of cheese on it. Yeah. On a campfire in the middle of my basement.
10
pounds.
Yeah.
5 pounds.
Don't get cheap on me, right?
Right.
Today I had to buy another bag of finely shredded sharp cheddar because Running Water had almost a full bag here when he left on the road. I ate that whole fucking bag. I put it on. I scramble up eggs with a bunch of ham or bacon in them. And then I just smother them with that sharp cheddar,
Yep.
and then the other day I got real wild, smothered that with hot pecani sauce and a little sour cream, and sometimes I'll just pour maple syrup over the whole damn works with a bunch of sausage patties on the side. Oh, and I told you, man, I'm eating like a pig.
Speaking of syrup, you should have had the pork loin I made tonight.
Oh, pork loin. Yeah, that'd be good.
6 hours in a gallon freezer bag with maple syrup and garlic.
Ooh. Marinate that puppy.
I bought the fixings to make pasties tomorrow.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. I love that when I know
haven't had pasty in a while.
I love it when I find a year-round pasty eater. You know, I used to hate it because you couldn't find any decent pasties, you know, unless you buy these frozen damn things. And they're just not as good as a fresh made one, you know. No. But I had to drive to Michigan to get a good pasty if it wasn't hunting season. But I tell you what, hunting season up here, pasties are like gold, man.
Oh yeah.
if you want pasties, you find someone that's home making them for the hunters, and you get your order in because you ain't getting them, man.
Well,
you can't
I'll tell
you can't just walk in the door and say, "Hey, yeah, I want 5 pasties." They look at you and they laugh and they go, "You can have them tomorrow." Because of the 500 I made already this morning for these guys,
Big Sty, FYI, the Super One grocery store on Highway 2 out of Superior.
hmm
Their deli has pasties every Saturday.
Do they
Yes,
throughout the year?
every Saturday.
Just the one just outside of Superior.
Well, I think they all do, but the one outside of, yeah, the one out.
Oh, by the Culvers there.
Yep,
Yep, by the Culvers. Yeah,
they have fresh pasties every Saturday.
I'll have to
When we,
remember.
when we came back from our fishing trip last year, we left on a Saturday and we stopped there, and I got 2 pasties, and then we went down to the wayside, roadside down there, and had lunch.
Man, oh man, pasties. Yeah, I'll never forget. We had a round the campfire. Great debate on pasties with Vegas or not, or pasties with ketchup or gravy or not. And that conversation, it was just hilarious. Listen to all these guys. I like my pasties with Vegas in it.
So does my father.
Same.
Taters and Vegas.
Yeah.
I gotta have my.
And I guess some people they put a little carrot in there too.
Yeah, carrot's not bad either. Yeah. Don't overdo it, but
Right.
I want that flavor in it. And I'm a gravy man, not a ketchup.
Oh, okay. See ya. I'm gone.
You don't like the gravy, huh?
No. It's not that I don't like the gravy, but I prefer butter and ketchup. Butter, ketchup,
Huh? Yeah.
butter. I can just butter ketchup. I mean, but then I was reading something. There's a gal who's got a YouTube channel and Instagram and stuff like that, and she did a short little video, and it was probably the best video explaining how to make a pasty and what they were and stuff like that. And in the comments, the guy was talking about at the hunting shack, somebody introduced pasties and put sausage gravy over it.
Ooh.
Oh, see now, that would be good with some
That would
sausage
be
gravy.
very good.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
That's what I'm like, that would, well, yeah, I mean, it would be. It's more or less if you made
it's like sausage, biscuits and gravy, except your biscuits all stuffed with goodies.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, there used to be a place. I can remember years and years ago in the Milwaukee. We used to get the Milwaukee Journal, and then the Green Shirt. Like, there was an article or something like that about a place down in Milwaukee that had 25 different pasties in the restaurant.
Oh wow!
With different combinations of. I mean, a pasty more or less comes down to is by some people call them a calzone or empanada or
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, you can put anything you want in them.
Right.
Right. I mean,
right.
I think the one where they actually they used chicken and like a chicken Alfredo type of thing, and another one was stuffing, turkey and stuffing. I mean, it's
they stick anything in.
It's more like a pot pie. I mean, you could
right. It's basically it's a pot pie that's been sealed and not cooked in a pan.
No gravy. Type of chicken pot pie, I should say.
Yeah, but I've seen where this one gal was making them, and she had like a cream sauce, almost like a gravy, in with her fixins, and she'd stuff them with that, and they were kind of creamy inside.
Right.
And now I've had pasties that were so freaking dry inside that it's just like, what the hell? I mean, it's almost like, okay, marinate that pasty for 24 hours in a pot of gravy.
Butter and ketchup. But here's a pasty story for you. So we have, as I told you, we have a family cabin up in the UP of Michigan, just
right
of Hancock. up just out of Eagle Harbor, actually. Anyhow, we lived in Rhinelander, so it's about a 3-hour trip from Rhinelander to Houghton. My dad had an old-fashioned Volkswagen bus,
Uh-huh.
and him and another guy, and I don't know if they took orders or whatever they did. This is back late 70s, mid 70s. So pasties were a good
Monsters.
size.
Yeah.
They seem to have shrunk as everything else. These were a good sized pasties. So him and his buddy went up there. They filled that frickin' they literally filled that bus up with hot, warm pasties. There had to be, I don't know how many hundreds of pasties were in that.
Pasty bootleggers, man.
They were. It was plumb full. It smelled like pasties in there for a long time.
I bet you it took months to get rid of the pasty smell in there.
I think because everybody ordered, don't take a dozen, I'll take a dozen, so they put them in bags or boxes.
That's like up in Bayfield here, 25 miles north of me. There's a gal up there, and her husband, it's actually her husband's just a slave in the kitchen. That's what he is. But she makes the best Norwegian lefse you can get in the North Country. And they're huge. They're about 14 fucking inches, man. They're just huge. And they are the best tasting lefse I've had in ages. But they'll pound out 500-600 of them through the night, and they're all sold out by 11 o'clock the next morning. They'll have people parked on Highway 13. They got a parking area that holds about 10, 12 vehicles. That's full. And then they're parked up and down the highway, state highway. And people are going in there and nabbing all she has. And now that they're willing to take orders, that you can pre-order, but they're not cheap. I mean, there's a lot of work in it. There's a lot of work in it.
The reason why they only make them once a year. I mean, families do.
Right. And
labor intensive.
I've got a lefse griddle. I've got two lefse sticks for turning them that I got from Crazy Ann right out of Norway. She sent them to me. They're my babies, and I've got all. I used to make lefse up the yin yang. Running water. As everybody for the last several years, come on, make lefse. Would you make lefse? Well, the last 3 years in that little apartment, there was no way in hell I could make lefse in there. There's just not. I don't have the space. That whole apartment would be covered in flour by the time it was done. But now here at Running Waters, I think next Christmas I'm going to be flipping some lefse because his kitchen's big enough that I can really set it up, get my system all set up, get my griddle going, and make up a lot of lefse. But you talk about pasties of old. When I was growing up, man, them pasties were huge. I mean, even as a healthy, spry teenager, it was tough to get a whole one down. I mean, there was a lot to eat there. Now you go buy a pasty, especially any commercial ones. They're these itty bitty things. You got to have 2 of them. I mean, otherwise, you're not.
Our local grocery store. I'm not sure. I know they come out of Michigan, but they sell pasties. They're frozen, and our Walmart did for a bit too. But they're not bad. They come in frozen. They're not bad. I mean, if you got it, they're not.
Super One up here in Ashland had a frozen one that wasn't bad, and they had the 2 styles. One where it was just with the taters, and one with Vegas. So you could choose either one, and those weren't too bad. For frozen,
I got a question for you. You were talking about your little place that makes the lefse. What was the name? Is the place that used to make up in Bayfield or someplace up there that used to make the sausage, the Lang? You know what I'm talking about?
Are you thinking of Tragos?
Yes.
They're not that. Yeah, they're just outside of Ashland, over by what's that town? Son of a bitch, little burg over there. There's nothing in that town except an old church they converted into a secondhand store and a bar with a dirt floor.
Are they still in business? Or
Yes.
Are they retired?
No, you can still get your Trago sausages made, and
Trinkles.
Trinkos, not Tragos, Trinkos, but they still make the beef Trinkos. They still sell them in stores up here, but if you want the venison Trinkos, they are so particular, man. When you bring your venison to them to have them make them into Trinkos, boy, there better not be any gristle, fat. That's got to be clean, cubed up venison. They look at it, they inspect that all your venison. And a friend of mine at the last tribe I worked for, he would have, and this is no shit, 80 pounds of Trinkos made every year. Yeah. Well, now tribal members don't have a limit on the number of deer they can take, and he has a big family. So they're all harvesting deer, and he's prepping it all up, taking it over to Trinkos and getting 80 pounds of Trinko sausages. And he would use that Trinkos as bribes.
Yeah.
And he was the tribal treasurer, and and I was the financial officer, and they put a specific division between my office and his so that he couldn't interfere with my functioning of the finances. But he'd come to my office it was usually just before Christmas, because he'd get all the deer in the fall and they'd process the sausages, and he'd get them right about a week or so before Christmas. He'd come to my office with about 4 pounds of venison Trinko sausages, and I got a little gift for you. And I'd look at that and I'd go, yeah, that's commercially that's only about $8.99 a pound. And he's giving me 4 or 5 pounds of them sausages, and I always, what do you want? Because it's a bribe. But he had a standing slot with them, guaranteed. He got 80 pounds of sausage. It was 80 plus. It had to be a minimum of 80 pounds, and they told him, yeah, you provide enough meat to make it, we'll process it for you. Yeah, they're still in business, and you head down Cherryville Road, and they're way the hell out in the country over there. And,
I know there aren't.
And their little store's still open for business.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I'd heard that they had.
Now Pearson's Sausage Kitchen, heading down Sanborn, south of Ashland. I used to take my deer to them for processing if I was feeling lazy. I'd take the deer to them, they'd tag it, and they process it, and freeze it for me, and give me a call when it's all done. But they shut down. Pierce's Sausage Kitchen shut down.
Do you remember it was in Ironwood, Michigan? It was in Ironwood. There was a place on the main drag. It was called Trolla's Butcher Shop or Meat Market.
Yes.
Remember the salamini they used to make?
I never had it.
Oh my God.
I've heard.
That's the only place that I know that ever made it. My dad would go, he'd go that way probably once every 3 months. He'd always come back with 20-pound rope or 50-pound rope of it, and we cut it up, and package it.
Explain it to the audience.
It's like it's a cross between a spicy Italian sausage and a bratwurst, more or less a peppery bratwurst, I guess would be the coarse, kind of a coarse ground. And my dad, he'd say we'd have it camping, we'd have it go up at our we go to our cabin up Michigan, Canada, and stuff like that. And it was a treat, and we'd fry it up and eat it with eggs. I mean, it was just
to die for.
And then he'd gone in there, like when he'd gone up there, had gotten some, went up there next 3 months later, he walks in, and it's a rental place. They had completely had shut down, retired, but at one point, one of the family members or one of the Super One or something like that bought the recipe and was marketing it as Trollo's Salamini, but it was not
the same quality. Yeah.
Well,
see, now that's like 6th Street Market here in Ashland. We only live a block from, we're on the same block actually. And 6th Street Market, their meats were so excellent, and they had so many varieties of brats, home ground made there.
Are they still open?
No.
Mom
and pop, they just got that old. They had to retire, man. They didn't. Their health, everything.
I think we stopped. We got something out of there one time when we were up there. We stopped and got something.
Yeah, and
they were pretty.
They couldn't get the family to keep the store open.
Yeah, that's just.
And that place was booming. I mean, there were people that wouldn't buy their meats anywhere but there, and that
was one of the selling points for me to get that house.
Is you walk down to the corner and there's the 6th Street Market, man.
I just go down there, get half a dozen brats, bring them back home.
And the nice thing about it, people would say, well, their meat's pretty expensive. Yeah, but you think about it, if you drive all the way across town to get some meat, bring it home, what you saved in gas, that's what you'll spend in the extra. You'll spend less than that actually in the extra cost over there. And man, you could walk in there and say, I need a half a dozen T-bones 3 inches thick each one. They'll custom cut it for you. And I mean, it was, and they'll do it on demand. I mean, they'll say, oh yeah, we'll take care of that. Can you come back in about a half hour? We'll have them ready. And they'll go in a big walk-in, haul out a side of beef and cut you up some monster T-bones. I mean, I love that store, and it's gone. It's gone. The building's there, but it's gone.
All those mom and pop shops are amazing, but unfortunately, they're closing.
That's it. They just can't carry themselves
anymore. Hayward, you'll have to stop by Lynn's Custom Meat. It's right on 63. She's still a little bit, her own family butcher store where they got brats and cut steaks like that, stuff like that. They're
now, where's that at in Hayward?
Right, just it's on the left. If you're heading south, on the north end of town, right off of 63, across from the bank.
Oh, right across from the bank. I saw it in there. I saw it going through when I had to go to Rice Lake and wondered about it. Cinda Lou, it's great to see you. Oh, it's been a while, girl. Cinda Lou. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love seeing you popping in. That's great. Hey, guys, everybody out there. It's a good time. Share this out. Get all your friends come over. Hang out for a while. Yeah.
I hate to do this, Sty. I got to duck out of here. I got to get ready for a 4th grade visit tomorrow. My high school are going to teach some 4th graders. This will be interesting.
Yeah. Ouch.
They did a good job with it last year, so I'm sure they'll do fine this year.
Okay. I keep thinking of all those 6th grade girls I had out at camp last year.
Hey, you be nice. Ginny's in 6th grade this year.
Oh yeah. Oh that yeah, she would be. Hi, sweetie. Oh, I'm gonna try to get out to camp and see you guys this summer. So one way or the other. Yeah. It might be August, but
That's all right. We'll be there.
yeah. I figure I've got right up till Labor Day weekend. So
Well, it was good to hear that you're doing well. Hopefully, I
Thank
can
you.
catch up with you on Sunday and share the adventures of getting the camper ready. Because right now, I'm hoping to go camping next Friday.
well, and that's it. Is the May 1st is just right there. It's right there.
It is. I can taste it.
And I was thinking about it today when I was out picking up our yard. All the winter garbage that blows into your yard from neighbors, and I was picking all that stuff up, and I'm just enjoying the fresh air. And then I realized, enjoy it while you got it, because you ain't getting it this summer out at camp. And I'm looking at the adventure trailer, and fortunately, it didn't sink into the ground at all. The tires are all topping, sitting on top of the ground. I'm like, yeah, I'll be able to move that trailer, but I won't be able to go camping, man.
The trailer's saying, "Hook me up, let's go."
Yeah.
I pulled the fishing boat out today.
Oh, did you?
Got it out, clean it out, and discovered a few things I need, minor fixes I need. Nothing that affects the usage of it, but you know how at the front end you have the port for put the light in.
Oh yeah.
It's digital where you just put it in and it goes. I went to put it in and it went all the way through. So I got to figure out. I got to figure out how to fasten the socket.
It was snowing 2 days or yesterday. It's a little.
Isn't that stupid?
That's my reason I haven't gone camping yet. One, my yard, if I put my truck in it, it'll sink. And two, it's.
Oh, I tell you what, guys, you ought to see Chequamegon Bay out here.
Oh yeah.
The old ore dock, not the big ore dock they just tore down a few years ago, but the old ore dock across from our L&M and that area over by the Chevrolet dealer. From that ore dock, it's like 2 channels and then a big channel right across the damn bay as far as you can see, right past the lighthouse and heading out towards the islands. And it's about 50 foot across, open water.
Oh, wow.
That ice, we get some wind, that ice will be able to move. And once that ice moves at all, she's coming out, man. She's going out.
Well, the little lake that I live near, there it's probably 75% out. I mean, the bay is open and are on the edges are open. I mean, if it starts raining like it's supposed to, it'll be gone. But
yeah, it's not. It's going. Yeah. The bay is turning. It's turning black. So it's going to go. I'm just hoping for some 25, 30 mile an hour winds. It'll start moving that ice pack, and then she'll go. And if we get a northeaster, that'll be shutting down Highway 2 again. That damn ice always loves the.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we got the Bourbon Bounty Raiders coming in. I was over watching Bourbon Bounty there. Him, his father, and his son. That's 3 generations jamming away, man, doing some good old country and a good mix of stuff.
Awesome.
And it's great to see you, Mr. Fulton and Guani. Great to see you guys.
All right, well, I'm out of here, Sty.
You bet. You have a good day at school tomorrow, man.
See you later, Trap.
See you, Running Water. See you, Cheesehead.
See ya. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Hey, Guani, great to see you. Yeah, they were having a good time over there, Bourbon Bounty's channel. I was with Samantha Lee's originals. Samantha Lee had a live going, and I got on the panel there and was hanging out with her, Kathy, and a few others, and we were just having a good time. There's Crazy Ann. Oh, I'd love to see you, girl. Mr. Greenshot. Cheers. New sub here, he says. Yes. Love that. Love that. That's great. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. That's awesome. Awesome. And cheers. You got, if you're coming from Bourbon Bounties, yeah, you're ready to say cheers. Yeah.
Earlier when you were talking about that cheesecake.
These great new folks showing up. I'm going to pop them up under the screen so people can see these new folks coming in.
Yeah, but yeah, you talked about that variety tray of cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I gotten cheesecake, Joe ate most of it.
Did it? Your brother?
Yeah, but I got about a quarter of it. But I just gotten the plain cheesecake, but I was putting that huckleberry preserve that I've got, where it's almost all berries. Just dollop of that on there. That's pretty good.
I got some, when we were out in Montana, I picked up some huckleberry syrup. I might have to go get me some cheesecake tonight.
Yeah, this one's got 6 different flavors. Wow. And it was so damn tasty. I mean, I couldn't even swallow cheesecake 2 months ago. There's no way I could have swallowed it. Boy, I just chowed them 2 pieces down like they didn't even exist. I'm like
they make that pre-made. Have you seen that pre-made cheesecake mix?
Yeah.
That really isn't too bad. Where you just scoop it into the shell and
hey, Mojo's back.
Or eat it just right out of the container.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, mix it up and then just eat it out of the container.
Yeah. Who needs the crust?
Well, you crumple graham crackers. You just crumple the graham crackers, and put it on top, and throw your stuff on top, and just eat it out of the.
Yeah. Instead of putting it on the crackers, put the crackers on it.
Yeah. Or use it as a dip. You break off your graham crackers and just.
I like that idea. Yeah. So Mojo, did you get your chores done outside?
A little bit. There's a lot of chores out there. There's a whole gaggle of chores. So
yeah, Adam. Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a while.
Woo. Yeah, I'm sweaty. So now I got the wife making me some dinner.
There you go.
Hey, good to see you, Kathy Bates. Hello, Crazy Ann.
For Adam, because Adam's not been brought up to date, real quick, just so that anybody in here that isn't aware, I was diagnosed about a month and a half ago with stage 3 esophageal cancer, my esophagus. I've got cancer in my esophagus, and I'm going through the cancer treatment right now. So if I seem happy and spry, they think they can surgically, that I'm going through radiation and chemotherapy for the next 5 weeks, and then they're doing major surgery to remove the cancer. But the prognosis is good. They say I've got a 60 to 80% chance of 100% survival and it being cured, gone. I'll have to worry about a reoccurrence of it, but I'd rather worry about a reoccurrence than having that sucker in there eating me alive. It's just about it. So just a little cancer awareness, guys. That's all. And now I know I always sympathize with people with cancer. Now I know why. Yeah, it's not a fun ride, guys. It's not a fun ride. There's somebody that, hey, there's a great guy right there. There's Bourbon Bonnie. I love the music, my friend. Love the music. Your 3 generations of jamming together is awesome. I loved it. Loved it. And there's someone I have not seen in a long time, but he's got to head to bed. There's JDS Flynn Canuck. Hey, one of my favorite Canucks out there. Yeah, it's great to see you, JDS. Yeah. Hey, Naju. Hey, there's a good follower right there. Najrukui. Yeah, awesome. The great people, lots of great people. So I missed Saturday's cooking. I gotta go back and see what you've been up to, Mojo.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy as usual. You know that. So gosh, I've made something really killer, man. I don't know if I can share this or not, but I made that tri-tip, right? Did you see that tri-tip I made?
No.
Oh, really?
I've got it tagged. Watch later. So it's in my list.
I will show you a picture if that's okay. Is that okay?
Well, yeah, that's okay.
And I'm just really proud of this. Okay, here we go. Where am I at? What am I doing? I am like scatterbrained because I'm like, just did yard work. So you got to excuse me. All right. I'm back with you. Hey, how you doing? Here we go. We'll start this. There we go. Check this out. Sty, I'm really like loving this thing, man.
Oh my God.
Tri-tips and did that and then made the best tri-tip sandwich I have ever had in my entire life. And I'm not just saying it. I had sunflower, sunflower honey bread there.
Oh, wow.
And, okay, stop sharing. And so I made some, I know this is your stream and you got me talking now, some amazing leftovers. And so what is this? What do we got going on here? Why is that? Goodness sakes. All right, I'll just do this one. Let's see if this works. No, we don't want to show you that picture. There we go. Okay. Ready for it? This is good. I'm not lying. Last time I'm sharing something. Okay, so leftovers, right? Try to
Lordy.
pie.
Oh.
Try
God.
It was absolutely stunning. This is why I like to make things I've never made because, everybody can cook. It's just, you just got to do it, And I tell you what, I'm not a baker, but that was pretty amazing. It was absolutely delicious.
You're killing my audience. They're all out there. Yummy, 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 yummy. And
oh my God, my eyes.
But it was pretty good.
Hey, sweetie.
Samantha.
Hi, Samantha.
She's amazing.
Adam. That pot pie looked better than beer. Oh boy, that's got to be a good pot pie, boy.
If it's like 120 degrees outside, I don't know, man. That beer would be better, probably.
Roger Rabbit, Valley Transparency. It is so good to see you.
So you're 3 days out.
Just out of curiosity, was that mashed potatoes on top or?
No, I almost did two batches, and one was going to be the shepherd's pie. But
shepherd's pie
with lamb. But of course, it's called shepherd's pie still.
I use beef all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll make a shepherd's pie. Well, last year I didn't get to because I couldn't eat. But out at camp, if I'm out there for a week or more, I usually make shepherd's pie because I just love it. I just love it.
It's so wholesome. It's so good, So you're 3 days out, Sty, is that correct? 2 or 3 days, right? For your first treatment?
3 days before my first. And just to add insult to injury, my first day of chemotherapy and radiation, I've got a big lab appointment before that, and then I've got an iron infusion after that. That takes 2 hours.
Mhm.
And then I've got another exam after that. They're talking 7 to 7.5 hours. I'll be in the cancer center on Monday. I had my oldest daughter. I spoke to her today, and she says, "Well, Dad, over the weekend we got these things going on, this and that. If I need to, I'll get a hold of you." But she said it'll work best on Monday. I said, "Call all you want, because I ain't answering." I said, Monday, I wouldn't answer the phone if God called me. I'd tell him, "No, guess what? Your turn. You can go to hell." Because I guarantee you Monday is not going to be
the best day ever, or whatever.
Adam, what's in the works, and for those that didn't hear, well, they probably didn't hear it, but my surgery is going to be very involved. It's what they consider targeted surgery, but they want to make damn sure they get everything, get it all. There is about a 15% chance that I may spend the rest of my life eating out of a feeding tube. But it's only 15% chance. That's low. So I'm optimistic, 85% chance is pretty damn good odds. That's a hell of a lot better than the lottery. But but what they got to do is partway up my rib cage on both sides, from the sternum halfway to my spine, they're going to split between two ribs, use the rib splitters, spreaders, open me up on both sides, and then they're making an incision from the sternum to my navel. And they're going to have 2 surgeons and an assistant working on me at the same time to make sure they get everything. And they said it's pretty major. They're saying a 2-week actual hospital stay, that from surgery to discharge, to plan on 2 weeks. Before they said I won't even be on my feet walking for a minimum of 5 days after the surgery. So, and when I had my open heart surgery, they had me up the same day I came out of ICU, had me get up and walk that 10 feet to the bathroom and back, kind of thing. They at least had me moving, This one, they said, you're going to be bedridden for 5. Don't even think that you're going to hang your legs off the side of that bed. They said so. But the difference is, they said, you'll be comfortable as you possibly could be in that situation. They said, because we'll be able to nail you really hard with the pain meds. They couldn't do that in the heart process because of the heart. They weren't able to give me the pain meds I really would have loved to have had. In this case, they can. They said, oh, we'll have you you'll be whistling Dixie during that 5 days and pissed off that you can't get up and move around. And they said, but you'll be so medded up that you wouldn't be able to walk. If you swung your legs off the bed, you'd probably be floating 10 inches off the floor. You'd be so high. And I said, well, okay, I'm good with it. You do what you got to do. Thanks, Adam. And that's it. And that's it, is keeping the legs moving. They said they'll have a physical therapist on me every single day for those 5 days, keeping my legs mobile in the bed, but not letting me put weight on them. They don't want me moving my torso is what they don't want. So they'll let me pedal pump in a sense with my legs, but not move the torso. And I've been down the road. I've been down. They hacked and cut pieces off me. Shit. Yeah. What the hell? Chris down here, he'd been through hell. He'd been through all that shit, and he's got a bum leg that he's had so many surgeries on it. It take a month just to tell you all that went on there, and he's had his heart issues, so he knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
The recovery process is tough, but if you're a good old-fashioned curmudgeon like me and Chris, you'll get through it. This old curmudgeon. And that's the way to look at it, is you're going to do what you got to do, and I'll tell you what, the gals at our cancer center here, they're the sweetest gals in the world. They do their damnedest to make you comfortable. I mean, how they can keep a smile on their face, I don't know. Today, there were 3 people that were given the bad news. They're terminal. One of them only has about 3 months left. And these gals you can hear them talking about this stuff in there. There's a lot of treatment rooms in this cancer center, and there's a lot of conversations you hear going on. And one of my nurses came in and she just shook her head. She goes, "Oh, that's tough." And I overheard that conversation. It was a room right next to me. And I said, "How are they taking it?" She goes, "They're taking it fairly well." I said, "It's because of you."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these gals, they just make you feel better about even the worst situation, and how they can keep that smile on their face. But I could tell she call it an ontology unit. It sounds nicer than it is. Haha. Yeah. Hey, Sheba B. Hi, Laurie.
I'm going to cut out.
Okay, you drive safe tonight. He hits the road at 1 a.m., so he's going to try to get some sleep.
I think I'm going to head out too. I'm getting the evil eye from the dogs. It's time to go potty. So,
dog's going to tell your wife on you.
Yeah.
Hey, Running Water, you take care, man. Good to see you, sir.
Yep, we'll see you, Running Water.
Yeah.
See you,
I'll
Mojo.
catch you all Sunday.
Yep.
You betcha.
See y'all later.
Later, Chris. Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah. Heck. Yeah, now that I'm eating again, I think about you quite often there.
Yeah. It's just amazing. I don't consider myself a really good cook because I really don't. I critique myself, and then I have that OCD.
Yeah.
So doing something, I have to be perfect, but I have to tell myself it's okay. You don't need to be perfect. It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I like to learn. I like to make mistakes. I wish I would have started a long time ago. But you know what I bought? You know what I bought again this weekend?
What'd you buy?
A cast iron, a little 9-inch cast iron. I have a lot of cast irons, man, and that's the cast iron you saw that I made it in. And Adam,
We'll see you, Adam. Thanks for stopping in.
there's Fulton. Good to see you, Fulton. You're going to be healed up just by the time summer comes.
Actually, I won't be able to do outdoor activities till probably about the first week of August.
Is it August? Okay.
Yeah. So I'll get late summer and fall, and that really is my favorite time of the year. we're hoping that Chris and I will get to do a little fishing, late season fishing.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, I just, and that's it is, I kind of warned most of my viewers that between now and August, every stream I have, I'll give a little cancer update. I want to keep the awareness going, and I want people to know, because as we go down the road, I might look pretty rough for a few streams, and people will be wondering what the hell's wrong with him. So it's
yeah.
I just
you weren't going to lose your beard, right? Or did they?
They don't know.
Yeah, they don't know because it depends.
And
right.
They're thinking that I truly won't lose it. It may thin.
Mm-hmm.
They said you may notice. They said I will probably lose all my head hair. And I laughed. I said, I buzzed my head. I said, so what the hell? Oh, I lost my stubble. What the hell? I told them, actually, I could say, thank God I won't have to buzz it, for a few months,
How about the hair that grows where it's not supposed to grow, like on my ears and stuff?
Yeah, ear hair, But they said mustaches and beards, because of the coarseness of it, they said they've got the follicles are different than your head hair. So they said facial hair is usually the last to go, and that if they don't have to do post-surgical chemo, they don't think I'll lose the beard to the point where I need to cut it off, where it starts looking like a dog with the mange or something, but Phil, with everything spicy, Phil talked me into leaving the beard and mustache and just showing
the progress,
just showing the effects of the side effects and this is the progression of the treatment process, and let the audience and the world see it firsthand, and because I'm not that kind of prideful, I'm not, I could care less, what the hell I look like, to a point, as long as I'm not scaring people. Now, my brother, God bless him, he passed away from melanoma. And unfortunately for him, they had to remove almost half of the left side of his face, all of his ear except the very top of his ear. And he said, thank God they left that little top of the ear so I can still wear my glasses. He had a good attitude about it was terminal. He knew it. But they had removed his whole cheek and down his face, and then they did plastic surgery over it. But the face was gone. They couldn't replace the tissue. And when I first saw him after the bandages were gone, he was a store manager for Walmart. And Walmart, I got to give him kudos for, they told him, they said, your job is your job. They said, we're not going to say don't come to work because of your appearance or anything. And he insisted he was going to work right up until he managed to fully retire, career with Walmart, his Social Security, everything fell right together. And then he had got this cancer. And he said, I'm going to work right up until I get that full retirement. And I want to live on that for at least a month. And he did. He got his full retirement, and he lasted about 4 to 6 months after that. But when I first saw him, I heard he was at the store working. And it's way down Minneapolis, St. Paul. I traveled down there to see him because I knew I wouldn't get to see him too often, and he was going to be passing away. So I went down to see him, and I heard he was at the store working, and that kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
I got to the store, and there he was, but I saw him from the right side, and I said, "Yeah, there's my brother." I go running over to him, "Hey, bro," and he turned and looked at me, and I go, "Oh my God." And he goes, "Yeah, ain't that hideous?" I go, "Hideous? That's not a way to say that." He says, "No, look at that. I'm hideous." And I said, "I feel for you, man." He goes, "No, don't, no." He says, "I'm loving it." I go, "What do you mean loving it?" He says, "You should see these little kids. People, moms come through and they got a little kid in their cart." He says, I'll turn and look at that little kid and go, "Hi, Junior." The kid starts screaming, freaking out. I'm hideous, man. I scare the shit out of kids. He said, "I'm loving it." Well, he's got 5 of his own kids, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, he said it. He said he actually enjoyed the shock, the shock factor that people would have when they'd see that half his face was missing. And I told him, I said, "You're such a black humor, nasty bucket." But they live just down the road from a big nuclear plant, and he used to always say they got an evacuation plan, and if the siren goes off, we got to this and that. And he says, "I got it all planned," because in the evacuation plan it says you're supposed to leave the house, and they gave every homeowner these red flags you hang on your door when you leave, so they know you've evacuated if there's a problem at the nuclear plant. And I said, "Oh, well, that's kind of cool." He says, "Kind of cool." He says, "You hang that flag on your house, that says the store is open. Damn looters come in your house, ripping your shit off." He says, "Because they know nobody's there. You evacuated."
Yeah.
He says, "So my family's getting in the big Suburban, and they're getting the hell out of Dodge. Take that evacuation plan, get up the hell out of town." He says, "I'm staying putting that red flag outside my door. I'm going to sit in my recliner with the pump shotgun right on the other side of that door, waiting for the first looters to walk in." I said, "You're nasty." He says, "And then when they announce that thing's going to blow, I drag that recliner out in the front yard, and I'm going to sit out there with a cold beer and watch it firsthand. I'm going to be one of the first ones to go." I said, "You're insane. You are so dark. You are so dark." He said, "I don't want to die of fallout." He says, "I'm going to take it out quick, but I get to see the big blow, you know." I said, "You are nuts." And those poor looters. I said, you're terrible. Yeah. Said now you can eat all the ice cream you want until they tell you that you've got to stop. Oh yeah, the ice cream. I have ice cream every night. You're damn right. Yeah, Lori. I love my ice cream. I have ice cream every night. I eat a half a dozen yogurts a day. I eat 2 to 4 flans, if you know what that is. That's a egg custard. I eat 2 to 4 of those. And then I eat regular food. I mean, other foods. That's where I'm getting all these damn calories. I mean, they just keep racking up. Boom, 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 boom. And I make sure I don't go with the reduced fat yogurts or anything like that. Hey, Mike, did I hear someone say ice cream? Ice cream, we scream, they all scream for ice cream. Yes, sir. Good to see you, Mike.
Hey there, Mike.
Yeah, Mike knows what it is to get on a ice cream binge. Boy, you just, yeah, num, 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 num. and that's the thing is you're watching you cook, Mojo, and your experiments. When you see the finished product, you're going, that's got to be an established kind of high-end gourmetish kind of meal going on there. And you openly admit, I'm going to try this, and it's amazing. It's amazing what you've been able to put out.
Yeah. You know what I thought about this Saturday, but I'm probably not going to do it, is crab cakes, eggs Benedict.
Oh, that sounds different. Oh, yeah. Yeah. She would be, hey, I can't stop you, but you shouldn't call yourself fat. How do I put it? You're plump and pleasant. Or pleasantly plump. I mean, yeah. Creamsicles in the summer. Yeah, there you go. Oh God. Yeah, that's a Sty story, so I can't say too much about it. But when I was a kid, I went on a fudgesicle binge, man. The fudgesicles, Oh my God, I went on a binge. Yeah, there's a Sty story with that. Got myself in kind of a fix because of fudgesicles. Hey, plain old Chuck. That's it.
Oh,
I'm just short for my weight. I love it. That's the way to look at it, man. That's the way to look at it. Good to see you, King Bluto. I had a doctor tell me that my ideal optimal weight is 165 pounds. I weigh 160 today. There's no way in hell 5 more pounds doesn't make much of a difference. And 185 I felt good at.
Mm-hmm.
That was to me, it was my optimal weight.
Are you 6 foot? You're not 6 foot.
Yeah, I'm 6
You're
foot.
6 foot, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, then what am I supposed to weigh? 120?
How tall are you?
5'6"?
5'6"? Really?
Yeah.
I would have taken you for being taller.
Yeah. Gosh, what my ideal weight is. That's funny.
Hey, Bacon Stuffed Donut, good to see ya. It's been a while. Awesome. Plain old Chuck. 165 was my birth weight, and it's terrible. I was only 3 days old when I went to my mother's funeral. Yeah, you don't pass a 165 pounder and survive it. I'll never forget Running Water. He was 9.5 pounds when he was born, and my wife said, "Man, it was like passing a Mack truck."
9 pounds. Yeah, that's almost 10 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, Bacon Stuffed Donut. You're right. Yeah, busy earning a living, not living like a government recipient. Yeah. Talk about government recipient. I got my tax return today. Shocked the hell out of me. I was just like, oh my God. You mean they didn't spend it? They didn't come up with a reason not to let me have it? Lori says I'm 4'3", so I guarantee I weigh a lot more than what I should, but I hate most of all being called fat. So I finally told my mother off, and that's it. I don't call people fat. I don't like that. I don't.
Yeah.
I had this dear friend. Her name was Penny. Now she was a big girl. Big girl. Oh my gosh. She was 6'2", and she weighed about 360 pounds. When you saw her, you never saw that weight on her. You just didn't. She had the most perfect wardrobe. She always looked nice. It didn't matter if it was her business wear, because she was a professional. Her business wear, her casual wear, she always looked so. She was appealing to be around, and it wasn't just her outer appearance; it was her personality. And people would say, "God, is she fat?" And she'd laugh at them, and she'd go, "Yeah, but you're ugly." And I just loved it. I loved it of her. I loved that attitude. That, yeah, I might be fat, but you're ugly. You know that. She, she didn't decide to be that large. You know, and she's the one that has to live with it, not me. And there's a person wrapped in every package. And if you don't want to get to know the person, then just get out of the picture. Yeah. Knowing the person's more important than seeing what's on the outside. Yeah, bacon stuffed donut. I had done that. I had a $250,000 stashed away for my retirement, and just hoping on Social Security that, hey, I'll have a $250,000 to slide by on, and I'll have my Social Security for a little frosting on my cake. Then I had that major heart issue, and they did open heart surgery and a lot of treatments and shit and everything. And I got the bill for that bugger, and guess what? I was $57,000 short of paying that bill, and I paid it. I spent my whole retirement to pay off all my medical costs. And then my attorney said, "You bloody," because I got an attorney that I got on a retainer. And she told me, she says, "You bloody moron. Why did you not call me before you paid that medical bill?" I said, "Well, I'll call you about what? I owed it. For God's sake, I owed it. It was obvious I owed it." And she goes, "We could have bankrupted you and you wouldn't have paid a penny of it." I said, "What the hell?" And I said, "I never even thought of it. I just paid the damn bill."
Yeah, you can do doctor bills, huh?
Yeah, I just, I guess I didn't. And I'll be totally honest. I filed bankruptcy back in late 1970s. That was ages ago, for God's sakes. I don't even remember what that was like. And when I filed that bankruptcy, I can remember I felt guilty, and it just didn't feel good to do it. And it was because of a failed business relationship, and I was foolish, young at the time, didn't set it up as, I should have set it up as a limited liability corporation. Instead, I went sole proprietorship and lost my ass. But yeah, bacon stuffed donut. They want you on Social Security as short of a period as possible, because you cost them money the longer you live.
Yeah, all that money we put in there all these years.
Yeah. Well, and I had said that once, And someone thought I was blooming nuts, but I still think I'm right. With what I paid in throughout my whole working history,
Mhm.
what I've contributed into Social Security and Medicare, Medicaid, I would have preferred they just cut me a check
Mhm.
for all of that contribution with an interest, compounded interest, you know, fluctuations in the market and shit, you know, but understandable. But cut me a check for all those contributions with interest because they've been playing with my money for all those years. Just give me all of it back. And then tell me, and guess what? You don't get anything else. You just get all of that back. Well, there's $250,000 right there.
Yeah.
And if I could have combined that with my other $250,000 with that $500,000, I could have retired quite sweetly.
Yeah.
Even with the medical costs I have today, I would have, because I would have bought secondary insurance, blah, blah, blah. I would have been able to swing it all. Yeah. Yeah. See, 1,000K a week. Yep. Don't take long. Turns into hundreds of thousands of dollars, pal. I guarantee you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I watched the same thing happen to me. But I chalked it off as
Okay.
I paid my debt. It's done. It's over. I've been poor. I've been rich. I've been both ends of the spectrum throughout my life. I've been up and down through those tiers a couple of times. And I've been happy on both ends of the scale. I don't let money determine whether I'm going to be happy in life or not. The hell with it. In fact, when I was making $100,000 a year, I spent it like I was making $10,000 a year. I mean, when I was making $10,000 a year, I'd spend money on foolish things just to cheer myself up. Well, when I was making $100,000 a year, I spent money just to cheer myself and the people around me up.
Yeah.
And if I earned it, I spent it. I didn't put a lot of money away. I did have a contribution going into my retirement consistently, but all the rest of the money was just, I pissed it away on buying memories. That's the way I saw it. Money it's paper love, man. I love to take my money and show people how much I care about them by helping them out. Let's do something. You've never done that before? I'll fund it. Let's go do that. And it drove my ex-wife crazy. Or as I told the story where, I had a great job paying me over $40,000 a year at the time. Back when $40,000 is like making 60, 70 grand today. I was making over $40,000 and I saw a great opportunity, but it was only paying 18,000 a year. I took it anyway. And she said, "You gave up the 40,000 a year for the 18,000 a year? Are you nuts? I was just getting used to us making 40,000 a year." I said, "Oh, you'll get used to 18,000 a year. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." I just never done that before. And that guy offered me the position. I couldn't help myself. I took it. That's just the kind of person I am. Is the almighty dollar was just when you're on both ends of the scale, you start learning.
You do. And I thought for sure I was going to have to pay Uncle Sam this year.
Uh-huh.
And I try to calculate it every year where I don't really have to pay him. But I got back $300. I was so happy.
No shit. I thought for sure, because I got side dealings going on where it's reportable income. You ain't gonna get away with lying about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Last year, I didn't get nothing back. I didn't get that, but I didn't have to pay in either. I just broke even. I just broke literally even.
Wow.
And it took some real creative accounting to get it right to 0, 0, 0. You know, and this year I did my taxes quickly, without a lot of intense effort, and it worked out to my advantage. I got $650 back from the feds, and I was amazed. Paying my self-employment taxes, and the like. I thought for damn sure I'm going to have to pony up a check this year. No, I got $650 back, and it's tough calculating out throughout the year. I find it hard because with my Social Security,
I'm going to end up jumping off here, Sty, but look at this woman here.
oh, hi, sweetie.
Hi.
Great to see you.
Good to see you.
Look at
You got a oh my God, spaghetti.
I will only eat half of it.
Oh God, if I was there, I'd take care of the other half.
She wants to stay here with you.
That's right.
Oh,
All right.
that,
Everybody out there, you guys have a good week. What's left? And
you betcha. You betcha. Thanks for coming up, my friend.
You're very
It
welcome.
was great.
All right. Well,
You take good care, buddy.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, folks. Yeah. The no state tax in Nevada. That's cool. That's cool. Nice ink. You talking about mine? That was one thing that one of my appointments at the infusion center, they're giving me an iron infusion, and pulled my sleeve way up, and they saw the ink on this arm, and with the trout and the white-tailed deer under there, and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, them dang nurses are in there, and they're not even, it's almost like they're not even asking. They're peeling my shirt up off of me. They want to see all my ink. I said, you don't want to see me, man. I'm just skin and bone, and the ink don't look the best in my condition right now. We want to see it. We want to see it. They had a good time. And then I find out my head nurse is the niece of my tattoo artist. I've never met her before. I knew of her, but I didn't know she was in the medical field. And here she's a nurse and works on me every week. Whenever I go to the infusion center, boy, she's right there. And here I find out she's the niece of my artist. So we had a lot to talk about. And I haven't seen my tattoo artist in about 3 years. She's coordinating for the two of us to get together. So that's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. Yeah, baking stuff, don't it? You're all linked up too. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. I kind of miss those days. I used to do the convention circuit, travel all over the place to tattoo conventions, and competed in a lot of competitions, and filled my friend's tattoo parlor with a lot of trophies. His work won a lot of contests, man. The piece on my back of my mother and father's wedding photo, that one won an international competition and was published in Ink magazine and Tattoo magazine. So it's a published piece. And when I had to take shirt off to show that piece off, they saw the rest of the ink, and the the journalist that was doing the article for the magazines said, "Oh no, we're not doing just the back piece." So they shot all my ink and published it in the magazines. And it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. Those tattoo conventions were quite interesting. They really were. It's not for everybody, it's really not. But I have a whole new respect for those that like the ink, There's some people that are foolish tattoo collectors, and then there's those that put good time and thought into their work, what they want done, and they get it to all pull together, and it's so interesting that, man, I've seen a lot of people where I could spend hours just looking at their work, some absolutely beautiful work. I'm a firm believer that the body is a canvas, and you choose to leave your canvas clean and the way it is, or add to it. And it's good both ways. It's good both ways. But you guys know how Sty is. I don't hold nothing against nobody, no how, no way. If you aren't harming me, why should I hold anything against you, right? I wish more of the world would think that way. Just, it's hard for the world to pay attention to themselves rather than everybody else. We always got to worry about what the other guy's doing to himself. If he's not harming you in any sense whatsoever, why should we even care? It's only because we want someone else to be like ourselves. I can't imagine this world if everybody was a Sty. It would drive me crazy. Boy, I tell you what. If anybody in this world is driven crazy by Sty North, it's Sty North. Yeah. Drive myself bloody mad. I see it's pretty quiet out in the chat. Bacon stuff, don't it? Just chatting away with me here. Everybody else got kind of quiet. That's but it is a Thursday night. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end this live stream with all of my channel members, with the video of all my channel members. And being I didn't get them at the top of the hour. So I got to shout them out one way or the other, and I think we're going to wrap it up. Sty's getting kind of hangry. We talked about food so much. I just, and Justin says, I still got a pulse. Yeah. I got to check. See. Yep. No, I'm still here. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Stop and think. Am I breathing? Yeah, I'm still breathing. Okay. Yeah, all still good. Yeah. But so, as you can tell, Sty's doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good, all things considered. And I'll be doing really good Sunday night also. I hope you all can make it over on Sunday evening for Sty Story Sunday. I always look forward. I look forward to every one of my streams, seeing you great folks over here. I just want to stress to everybody. Justin says, I'm working and listening. I know how that is. I know how that is. I did that today. I did get on one panel, but otherwise I was lurking, listening, and working, doing other things. So, yeah, you got to multitask. That's how we get through life, right? But with that, I want to tell you all, I want you all to stay safe, take care of yourselves, stay in good health. And whatever you do, always look for something good in every single day, okay? Always, always. Life's too short. Life's too short. And you deserve to be happy, every one of you. And I will be heading out, and we'll look forward to seeing you all on Sunday. So stay safe, guys. Love you all. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Sty Story Sunday with a fresh story. See you then. Bye-bye.